happy equinox. To all of my friends in the Northern Hemisphere, we are heading out of those sunny summer days and quickly sliding into cooler weather. And to all of my family and loved ones down in the Southern Hemisphere, I see y'all. You guys are finally leaving behind your chilly, chilly weather and heading into beautiful spring. This practice, while an autumnal equinox practice, will focus on rooting down. So quite applicable for my springtime friends as well. We're also going to be focusing a lot on our balance, finding balance within ourselves. And then because that autumnal energy is very heavily linked with our large intestine meridian and the element of metal, we are going to be focusing on our abdominals, which also tie in closely with our lung meridian. So we're going to be working on really expanding those lungs. So we're going to keep it pretty mellow, this practice. So we're going to start in child's pose. So come on over, and I'm going to offer you two options for your child's pose. You can take a traditional child's pose, which is going to be knees together. Let's sink our hips back to our heels. Start to drape your belly over the tops of your thighs, and then bring your hands down alongside your feet, round your shoulders, over your knees, and then let your head get heavy. Now, this is an option, but for those of us with bellies and bosoms, this doesn't always feel the best. So in that case, take your knees wide apart, big toe still touching, and then extend your arms out ahead of you, coming into extended child's pose. Wherever you are, I encourage you to allow your forehead to really press gently into the ground. Starting to feel connected to the earth here. Starting to build that connection with our breath. Allow your upper body to surrender. Deep breaths. Let's meet our friends in extended child's pose. So if you're in traditional child's pose, one arm at a time, let's just reach those fingertips forward. Start to take those knees wider and wider apart and sinking down to our extended child's pose here. For all of us, if it feels good, you can sway your hips from side to side gently. Lovely. And then taking the gaze forward, start to come up onto your hands into a tabletop. And then let's just step the right foot in between our hands towards the front of the mat. You can scooch it up there. You can grab it, hike it up there. And then let's begin to sink our hips down. Fingertips can come to the mat or to yoga blocks if that is more comfortable for you. And then let's inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders down the back. And close the eyes here and then surrender and let your pelvis sink down heavy. Feel that front foot root down into the earth. Allow the muscles of your face to soften. Beautiful. Keep lifting the heart here. Pull up on your low belly. Let's engage those abdominal muscles. Every inhale, fill your lungs completely. Every exhale, use the abdominals to help lift and press that diaphragm. Squeeze the air out of your lungs. One more big breath here. Very nice. Go ahead and switch. Let's bring that right knee back. Let's step that left foot forward. Sink the hips down. Take your time settling in. You can walk your foot further out to the left and bring your hand inside your knee if that's easier. Give yourself a little bit more room for bellies and bosoms. Inhale, lifting the heart here. Exhale, relax the shoulders, relax your jaw and your face. Big stretch through those hip flexor muscles. If your fingertips get tired, you can always come onto a fist. Feel that front foot pressing down evenly through all four corners of the foot. And imagine you're just lifting your face to either catch those last rays of summer sun, or maybe to feel those first rays of warm spring sunshine. One more big breath. Fill the lungs completely. Squeeze it all out. All right, make your way up and out of here. And then sit off to one side. And let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. I'll turn to face you here. Scooching that booty side to side until you find your sit bones. And then bring the soles of your feet together. You can have your heels far away from you or really hug tight up into your body. Inhale, let's lift the chest, slide the shoulders down the back. Exhale, pull your heart forward as we make our way into Baddha Konasana, seated bound angle pose. Getting into our groin and our hips and allowing our seat to start to root into the earth. Allow your breath to just caress in and out of your body. Couple more breaths here. If you would like to just surrender for the last few breaths, rounding into the upper back, feel free and softening gently. Very nice. Inhale, slowly rise with your flat back. And then leaning back, we're just going to gently windshield wiper those knees from side to side here. Helping to release our hips. And then we're going to make our way all the way down onto our backs. Let's keep those knees bent, and we'll windshield wiper a few more times, feet hips width apart. And this time, we'll start to release into the low back. Continue your rhythmic breathing here. I like to keep my hands on my belly while I do this, so I can really feel my breath shape my body. Couple more. All right, bring those knees to center on your exhale. Bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around them, and give yourself a much deserved squeeze. From here, I want you to allow your low back to settle and flatten onto the ground. Release your low back muscles and feel your low back widen and spread as it melts down into the earth. And then we're going to come into twisted root pose. I want you to bring your left knee on top of your right knee. And then bring your arms out into a cactus shape. Shrug your shoulders down your back and then twist to the right, okay? Twist gently, gently, gently. Take your time. Allow your upper back to melt down onto the ground. Readjust those shoulders so that they're flat. If this doesn't feel good in your arms or your shoulders, just bring them somewhere that feels comfortable. If this is too much on your back, undo the twist in the legs and simply stack your knees one on top of the other in your twist. Exhale to soften across the body. And if it feels okay, maybe you turn your head to the left to complete this very deep twisted spinal twist. Couple more breaths here. From here, let's all untwist the legs and stack the knees, and then bring those knees back up to center. And exhale once again. Hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around those legs. Give them a squeeze. And then let's switch. Right leg comes on top of the left leg, and we're gonna twist to the left. Extend those arms out as a little counter weight. Relax your shoulders down, and then maybe come into cactus if that feels okay. Big breaths here. Maybe you turn your head to the right. Complete your twist. Couple more breaths. Go ahead, unravel those legs. Use the strength of your abdominal muscles to inhale your knees to center. Exhale, bring those arms around those legs. Maybe bring head, neck, and shoulders up too. And come into a tiny little round ball and give yourself a squeeze. Lovely. Go ahead, exhale, extend those legs long out onto the mat. And then from here, inhale, let's bring the arms up and overhead. And then we're gonna walk both feet over to the bottom right corner of our mat, okay? And then we're gonna bring both hands over to the top right corner of our mat. And we're gonna make our way into a little crescent moon or banana shape here. And just find a gentle stretch down the entire left side of the body. For some of you, it might feel good to stack your left ankle on top of your right ankle. For some of you, it might feel good to hook your thumbs together and reach through those fingertips. So you can be as active or as passive as you would like in this pose. A couple more breaths here. Lovely. Let's come back through center. Feet come through center. Hands come through the center of the mat. And then let's switch. Walk both legs over to the bottom left corner of your mat. And then let's walk both hands over to the top corner of your mat. You might have to pick your upper back up a little bit instead of back down. And maybe you hook thumbs, or maybe you hook your right ankle on top. And just find a place where you can enjoy this long side body stretch. One more breath. Exhale, release the feet to center. Release your hands and upper back to center. Let's take a long stretch. Inhale, point through your toes, reach through your fingertips. Stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, let's bring hands down alongside the body. Bring your feet out wide to the bottom corners of your mat. Turn your palms to face up and roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Allow your toes to flop out to the sides as we prepare for our final surrender into Shavasana. Take a nice long inhale here. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Beautiful. Allow yourself to rest, release, and surrender. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. Or if you choose to rise with me, gently wriggle fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Inhale those arms up and overhead. One more big stretch. Bring those feet together. Reach through the toes. Exhale, softly turn to one side. Use the bottom arm as a pillow. Take a breath. Reset. Letting your head be the last thing to rise. Use the strength of your arms. Press yourself up to an easy seat. Stack your vertebrae one by one until you're sitting tall. Set your intention to enter into a new season feeling rested and reset, ready for whatever creative changes might be coming your way, and releasing things from a past season that we no longer need or that no longer work for us. Let's bring those palms together, seal it in. We'll close with a chant of Om together, inhaling through your nose. Om. Always my pleasure and honor to share this practice with you. Thank you for joining me. Please let me know how this went for you by leaving me a comment down below. And please subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean so much to me to have your support. And come say hi to me on Instagram. I'm always posting some random stuff in stories. I'd love to chat with you there too. I hope you guys have a beautiful equinox, and I will see you in my next one.